I had the best inspiration to do some spooky stories from my life because lately I've been having these spooky stories too many times. it's at this point, it's too much. If you are new to this channel or if you are new to just my life, I've been experiencing some weird stuff lately. Like having the visions, like having um, like hearing something in my ear and so on. And the craziest thing happened yesterday. So yesterday I went out. I went out with my friends. Yesterday I went out with my friends to have some drinks and so on. And I've been hearing and feeling the weirdest thing for the past 3 or 4 months. I have a friend that I've known since I was 18, which means a very long time. I've known him for a very long time. We've worked together, we used to write the scripts together, so I really know him. And we kind of stopped talking this year because there was a lot of stuff going on in our relationship, but when we actually stopped talking, it was somewhere around midsummer, I would say. And in the end of August, in the beginning of September, I started feeling the weirdest thing. I felt like I need to warn him about a pregnancy. I mean, I needed to warn him about his future child. At that point, I didn't know if he had a girlfriend, I didn't know if he wanted to have a baby or something like that, but I've been feeling this, that I need to warn him for the longest time. And I didn't want to text him or tell him about it because, first of all, that's the thing that you can't translate the correct way if someone is not into spirituality and so on. Hold on, I will turn down the music. It's very hard to explain something like that to someone because people will just think that you are crazy, but sometimes you are not. So I went out with his friends, with his company. I'm the part of the company, but he wasn't there. We drove to a countryside and we were just hanging out together. And I wanted to ask them about it, like, is he having a baby soon? Is he having a baby? Like, what is happening? Because I've been hearing this and feeling this for the longest time, for at least 3 months. And now, after what happened yesterday, I no longer believe that these things happen on an accident. I'm very sorry. But I had zero information on him. He is in my block list. We don't talk together. We don't talk to each other. He is blocked even on his number. I blocked his number. He can't call me. I know nothing about his life. Nothing about his life. I can't view his profile. Nothing. No connection. But in the end of August, I started feeling this, like I have to warn him about a future pregnancy. And I was like, yeah, at this point, he's having a baby soon. He's having a baby soon. He will have a baby soon. That's what I've been hearing here and what I've been thinking here. What happened yesterday? We meet each other. We are in the same company of people. We meet and he tells me that he is going to have a baby in September. I wasn't surprised. I honestly wasn't even surprised. I was like, the first thing that I said was, I knew it. Because I knew it. I feel guilty for not telling him that, but Again, this is the first time happening. This is the first time that something like that ever happened to me. But at this point, I no longer believe that children and the soul that goes into child's body, I no longer believe that these things happen on an accident. I am very sorry, but again, hello. That was the story for the very beginning. I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised. I was shocked that I knew about it. And it feels like it takes time for a child's soul to kind of reach out and to actually like go into the real world. But I knew about it. He told me that yesterday. I knew about it 3 months before. No, I knew about it from the end of August. That's crazy. So, it feels like I will do more future predictions for my friends, because at this point, and again, I didn't know that he had a girlfriend. I still don't know. Why is my ear ringing? Stop it. Thank you. I didn't know that he had a girlfriend or he didn't have a girlfriend. I knew nothing. Nothing. And again, let me tell you something. He's not that type of guy that I would expect to have a baby right now. No, we are the same age. The same age. He's actually younger than me. So, again, that was a very interesting thing to witness. And these apartments that I live in right now are very, very haunted, I would say, because I live in very old apartments. So sometimes when I'm alone, usually when I'm alone, I hear some stuff. And let me tell you something. What happened this summer? So I was completely alone. Everyone went on a holiday, on a trip, and so on. And they left. They asked me to kind of babysit their cats. So at this point, I'm alone with one cat, in a 5-bedroom apartments. Again, these apartments are very old. There were some people that were killed, that died on an accident. There were people who lived here that were killed in a revolution. I don't know how to say it, because of their actions, you know? I think you know what I mean. So, and there lived one lady. She owned these apartments, and she was very into arts and different languages. And she spoke different languages, specifically German. I think she taught German. She used to taught children German. She was very into books and so on. And I remember walking out after having a shower, and I just see a figure, a female figure. It happened for the very first time. I saw her for a millisecond and she vanished. She was right in front of me, like she was waiting for me, and she was in a very long dress, and it was wild. And her look was from the around same time, like when she passed away, you know what I mean? That was a historical look. It wasn't modern clothes, no, nothing like that. And she vanished. That was the first thing that happened. The second thing, I was again alone in these apartments with just one cat, and I was playing, I was playing with him, and we have a very long hallway, and I kept the door unlocked and just opened so he could the cat so he could easily walk away and go and do what he needs to do, because his what is the name for it, his cat litter was not in my room. So I go play with him, and I say something like I was asking him to come to me, and I hear from the opposite end of the hallway. No. Like I said 3 times and I heard back. There was no one in my apartment. Then I heard someone's voice again when I was alone, completely alone, while everyone was kind of not here. I was just recording a message to my friend, and I heard, and I have it on video, but it's kind of hard to hear it on a video. But I know that I heard someone's voice. It was wild. Oh, by the way, I am very sorry. I didn't look at the. Привет, Ignat. Hi, hello. Okay, my dear sir, I need to go say goodbye. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very sorry, guys. I started looking at the chat just like 10 seconds ago. I forgot about it. I'm too excited about all of these things, you know. And just the weirdest thing happened in my life. I was doing a reading maybe in September. I was asking some stuff about myself and so on. I do tarot readings, you know. And then 3 cards just flew from my tarot deck, and I could feel that the energy of these 3 cards are different, which means that it was a different message. And the cards were coffin, not a great start, okay? Community, and something else. I was like, that's weird. The next day, my father's wife told me that my uncle passed away. Coffin, community gathering. The third card was family room. I was like, that's weird. I don't like this message. So, which means that there was supposed to be a community a family gathering over a coffin, and of course I was on his funeral and so on. But I remember the way it happened. They just flew out of my deck, and I was like, that's a separate message. That this has nothing to do with what I'm asking right now. Yeah, he passed away around the same time while I was doing the reading. Because my father he drove to his apartment where he passed away during the night. And then his wife texted me about it. So that was weird. Hi, Brian. I'm doing some spooky talk. I'm just telling you the stories from my life. If you want to hear a crazy story, Brian, when the stream is over, watch the beginning of the stream. It is crazy. It is crazy. At this point, I no longer believe at any coincidences, because if you are able to sense what I've been sensing, I've been working on my spiritual gifts for a very long time, and Hi, Kyle. Yeah, I hear that's crazy. I know, and I've been dreaming about traveling a lot. I'm always traveling somewhere. I'm in a vehicle like a car, or it's a metro station. I'm kind of tired of these dreams, you know. What do I have to tell you? There was one crazy story, but again, these apartments are very haunted, and my roommate that lives there, she doesn't live here, but she works here and she comes here pretty often. She came here the other day, and she uses this room as her room for doing the nails. She does the nails. She's a nail artist. So she comes here maybe one time in a week, and she does the nails. And I'm sorry, she's very loud. And the other day she went to the hallway, and she was like, "Who is turning off the lights?" And by the way, we have a very specific thing here. We never turn off the lights in our hallway. We never do it. Not at the night, not in the evening. No, not in the night, not in the evening. We never turn off the light. But the same thing happened to me before she came here. I was talking to my mom or something like that in the kitchen. I returned back to my room, then I went into the hallway, and the light was off. I asked mom, like, "Did you turn off the light?" And she was like, "No, we never do it." And the same day she comes here, and the light is turned off again. So something is definitely trying to play here, you know. Because it happened to me many times. I remember closing the door. The bathroom is just right around my door. And I remember me walking away from the bathroom. I turned off the light. I come back to my room. While I'm shutting the door down, I hear the sound of the light turn on. I was like, no, there is no way. There's no way. There was nobody. Because again, for me to walk out the bathroom door to return back here, it's like 3 seconds. It's very close to me. So I was like, no, there's no way that the light turned on. I opened the door. The lights are on. So, if you want to support my mental health during this time while I live here, you know, there's a donation box linked in the description for this stream, you know. Because, again, this is crazy. Sometimes the things that are happening, it's crazy. And I get the angel's number everywhere. Some weird noises, the feeling. Oh my god, I need to tell you this story because this actually made me so sad. So the other day, no, not the other day, last year, some
Bluetooth connected.
Did you hear it? It's this thing. You saw me do nothing. Something wants me to tell you this story. Okay, thank you. Just don't do it again, okay? That's your light. Yeah, that was my light. It has this sound. It plays this sound. What the fuck? Now I'm genuinely scared. I've never heard it play something like that. Stop, no. Is it a radio or something? Guys, I'm shaking. It never happened. It works just as a Bluetooth speaker and a light. Can you say something again? It never happened. I used this light on all of my streams. It doesn't work as a radio. It's not a radio. Oh, you know what could happen? It has a Bluetooth, and maybe someone from the kitchen connected to this thing, and maybe someone was playing like an audio message or something like that, or maybe a call. I hope so, because if it, yeah, someone probably connected to my. That was scary. Maybe someone accidentally connected to my Bluetooth light and played a message, you know. But that was, oh my god, that was scary. Just stuff that happens here, you know. And if you remember the things that I said previously about the place where I live in, you know, from the spiritual point, that was very scary. I hope that. I'm sorry. So I need to tell you this story right now. Again, there's a weird sound going on. Okay, I'll just let it happen. So, last year there was somebody that tried to hex me because I know how these things work now, and I survived a very horrible depression in 2022, and I know the symptoms of shit going down, you know. The first thing that happens is your anxiety. It rises up, and then you start hearing all these crazy thoughts and so on. But I've been through that. I dealt with that. It's over. I'm fine now. So what happened last year? I started feeling and seeing and just experiencing some weird things again. I started getting sick out of nowhere, and I started having so many problems with my health out of nowhere. That's the first thing. The second thing is that my anxiety just was flying over a roof, you know. It got worse. Again, I'll say this, my anxiety got worse, and then these weird thoughts started appearing in my head again, and I was like, that's not right, there's something wrong. My anxiety, weird health concerns, and these depressive thoughts, like depressive thoughts, depressing thoughts. I was like, there has to be a reason, because there is no reason for me. Did you see the camera do this? There was no reason for me to actually feel that way, and there were no reasons for me to have another depressive episode. So I was like, that's weird, there has to be something going on here. And then my thoughts became even darker and so on. But it was Halloween. I needed to go and see my dad, and I was preparing some clothes, you know, just the regular stuff, you know. And then my eyes were turned to the exact way, the exact place where a very small English pen was sewed to my hoodie that I wear a lot. Not sewed, but it was pinned there. And I was like, oh, that's why. If you are new to these things, that's how people hex people. They attach an object that they magically, how to say it, that they did some kind of bad dark magic on this object, and then they put it under your bed, maybe under your door, maybe they attach this object to your clothes. And that's what happened to me, because first of all, the pin was black. All of my clothes are black. And the person who did it was actually very smart, because he knew that I wouldn't notice for a very long time. Because again, you can't see black on black very easily. So the person who did it was very smart, because first of all, they used the black pin, and second of all, the pin was here, so it's not the place. It was very hidden, like almost here. You can't see it. Did you see the camera go this, do this motion? Yeah, that's the confirmation. Thank you.
Bluetooth is connected.
Thank you. Okay, I'll just accept it at this point. So yeah, I'm 100% sure that there was some magic done on me and on that pin, because my spirit guides, thank you so much, thank you to my angels that are surrounding me. They kind of turned my head to that exact way where the pin was. It's crazy. And that was the reason of me feeling that way, because I knew that there had to be something going on there, you know.
Bluetooth connected.
Thank you. So it wasn't my fault, but it was very sad, because it means that there is someone in my close people circle that wanted to do that, that believed in that, and that wanted to do me wrong, you know? Because you don't just pin the pin to someone else's clothes, you know? I didn't do that. That was very sad. To just the fact that the magic was done, it was not that sad. The fact that was the saddest is the fact that someone from my close people circle did that. Because again, no one has that access to my clothes, you know. I don't live with my friends. I live alone, and I close my door with a key, you know. So there is no one who has that access to me. It means that the person who did it had the access to me while I had these clothes off. And that happened because, well, again, if you do go somewhere and it's hot, sometimes I just, no, well, you take your clothes off, you know. So that was very sad, very, very sad to understand that these people, they are somewhere around you, and they actually, yeah, I know, and they are around you, so around me. Around me? Around me, okay. So yeah, that was pretty sad. I have a cup that says, I'm the best. It was a gift for me from myself for the New Year's Eve. So I've dealt with ghosts, I've dealt with hearing random messages, I've dealt about predicting a pregnancy, I've dealt with magic done on me. So what do we have else to deal with? Because at this point I'm on a number 10 tarot deck, you know. I have 3 more in the mail, and I probably need 3 more to buy. But actually I think that you don't need every single tarot deck in the world to be able to work with it, you know. But tarot cards, I mean, for example, the Rider-Waite's hierarchy, it's very different. You need to study it, really study it. While I work a lot with oracle cards and so on, someone, maybe psychologist, they will they will name it as the metaphorical cards and so on. But I don't work this way. I may buy the metaphorical cards and use them as oracle cards, because I've been right a lot of times. I've been quite accurate on some readings that I did for my friends and so on. And exactly, if you are watching this stream right now but you didn't watch the beginning, when I finish the stream, please go to the very beginning and listen to that story, because that's crazy. That's like a top 10, top tier proof of knowing about these things and being able to know about these things and being able to predict something. That's the proof. And I have many, you know. I just want to quickly say hi again to these people that are watching this stream. I'm just kind of catching the random memories about spooky stuff happened in my life, and I just transfer it to... There were some weird things happening on this stream already, so some spiritual activity. Please don't turn on this thing again. Thank you so much. So if you ever had something like that in your life, if you've ever experienced something like that in your life, please write it in the chat, and we will of course listen to it all together. Throw her out of the window. Yeah, I would love to do that actually. I'm going to eat, he'll be back. I'll be back on time. Okay, Brian. Bon appetit. Because I've been dealing with this horror, this spooky stuff for a very long time. I watch every single Simon Colby's video. That I hate horror movies. I just hate it. But I can't stand it. I cannot watch it. I don't like it. But I watch every single ghost hunting video. I actually wanted to do something like that with my friend the other day, but it's pretty scary, you know. And it's one thing to experience it on your screen, and the other thing is actually doing it. That's not very... you never know who you are dealing with. And my friend, she was actually okay with the Ouija board, but no, thank you so much. I'm very scared of that. I'm scared of touching it. I can hear it. I can feel it, especially when I'm doing a tarot reading in the middle of the night, and I'm sitting on my couch and I start feeling these spirits around me, and you're just like, leave me alone, please, step up the way. You know, I know that we are always watched. Everyone has an attached spirit to him, you know. Can you please do it one more time so I can make a video out of it for Instagram and TikTok? Can you please do it one more time? Please. You are already on camera. Or just turn off one of these lights, please. No? That's too much to ask. Okay. What did I wanted to say? Okay. About the Ouija board. I'm not okay with that. I would rather speak or hear in my left ear. That's how I connect. I usually hear it in my left ear when I do a reading, or just when I'm just doing my stuff. Sometimes I hear like, do this or do that, or go there, or tell him, and so on. But I'm not okay with touching these haunted objects. I'm not okay with that. No, thank you so much. I will rather not, you know. But all of this stuff, I can see people going through the spiritual psychosis, because if you are if you are new to all of this and you try to find magic, why is he barking non-stop? And he's in the other room, he's in his room, he doesn't like being here, he doesn't like to stay in my room. That's just for the record, why he's not here with me, and he's just barking non-stop. Maybe it's because of cats, because sometimes they play with each other too roughly, and he's a very, very sensitive guy. You know, my dog he's a very sensitive guy that needs that wants everyone to be okay, you know, and he doesn't like these fighting stuff, these fighting noises, and when they kind of squeak when they bite each other while they are playing. He always becomes very sensitive, and he's very anxious. So maybe there are kids that are playing and he doesn't enjoy that. Maybe he's scared for them, because every single time when the cats are playing in the hallway and they are kind of biting each other and so on, he begs to open the door and to kind of what's how to say it, no, not to fix, not to just to see what's going on. By the way, I'm drinking just water with lemon. But back to horror and spooky stories. I had one more in my mind. Hold on, I will switch the music. Maybe I will remember something more. But at this point, it's already enough. The other day something happened too. Well, it happens all the time, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, about numerology. I wanted to talk about about this, because I used to not believe that so much, but at this point we are living in a matrix and I don't believe in anything else. So we have several kind of numerology systems, and one of them is your matrix, you know, this circle with the karmic tail, with your with all of this, you know what it looks like. But there is one more system created by one beautiful lady, and unfortunately I don't know how to translate it, but it's the same matrix, but better, but more professional, more deep. It's more like for a deep dive, you know. And there is a circle of your arcanas for your age. It goes from the age 0 to, I believe, 99 or something like that. No, even, I think even more. Which means that there is an arcana, there's a written arcana right near your age, which means that, like, for the age of 12, you will live under the arcana of 8 maybe, or like at the age of 20 you will live under the arcana of lovers, so maybe you will meet your person at the age of 20, you know. And the numbers that are mostly important to you are the numbers in your birth date. If you were not born in the year 2000 like me, you have to do the math for the year of birth, which means that you have to do the math and to add all of the numbers until you have a singular number in the end. So, for example, if you were born in the age 1999, you have to do the math. You need to do 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. Then you have, I don't know, maybe 39. And then you need to do 3 plus 9 again. So you will have what? 11. Do the math again. 1 plus 1. No, 12. You have 12. You need to do the math again. 1 plus 2 means 3. So your number for your year of birth will be 3. So imagine that, for example, you were born on 5th of September in 2000, like I was. The most important numbers for me will be 5. My personality in numerological psychology, I am 5. That's my personality. That's who I am. And the thing that doesn't save this whole situation is that I'm also a Virgo. So 5 is the arcana of Hierophant. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I am Hierophant. The month of my birth is September, which means that it's Hierophant, it's Hermit, the Hermit, and it's also the High Priestess, the High Priestess, because it's 2. So 5, 9, 2 will be very important numbers for me. Why am I saying all of this? Because the years under the arcana that you have your birthday at are the most important years for you, because that's how I experienced it. Because let me tell you something. Again, my personal number is 5. Where did I have the number 5 on my matrix? I had it at the age when I went to America for the very first time, and I met amazing people. I will not go into the details, but I've met incredible people, and that was kind of the beginning of my career. That was the time when I stepped into a studio for the very first time, In America, first of all, I stepped in a studio for the very first time. I will not go into the details and so on, but that was, my life was divided into 2, So that's the first thing. When did I also have the age at the number 5 under the 5th arcana? It was when I got accepted to my university and I started working on my career again, but professionally. I studied as a sound engineer, music sound engineer. So I'll just say, because most of our students, they do cinema and so on, we did music. Do you see? Connect the dots, And I don't remember when I also have these, the number 5. I need to look it up, but it's crazy. It's just crazy. But 5 is the most important number for me. For example, if you have, I don't know, your date of birth is 13, you do 1 plus 3, you will have 4. This is the most important number for you. That's you, your personality, And the number 5 are very, in their head, they are very structural, they are very strict, and again, I'm also a Virgo, which kind of doubles that. I'm a Hierophant. The arcanas in my birthday are the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. That's crazy, okay? So I will look at the comments. No new comments, okay? So And I am very big on numerology right now, and especially if you dream of something and you have a number there and you remember the number, it means that there was a message about the number. If you dream of something and you remember the dream and you remember the number of in your dream, it means that there was a message for you. There was a message for you. There was something else that I wanted to talk about. I'm doing the cache deleting right now. My ADHD brain sometimes has these moments when I'm just like, it's downloading, you know. It's like when you have a bad connection and the page is downloading. I have something like that too. So yeah, again, I've talked about ghosts. Oh, great story to tell you. So in 2014, I went on a trip to Turkey, and we decided to go to Pamukkale. It's a place, it's a beautiful place. Please Google how it looks. I'm sure that you saw it. And we decided to go on a trip there. And when we got there, I bought a bracelet. It was a bracelet from a monastery. I think this is how you say it. Hold on, it's a very important detail. Монастырь по-английски. Yeah, we were at a monastery and I bought a bracelet there. The bracelet was a silver, no, it wasn't silver, but it was a metal bracelet with beads, and there were like crosses and so on. I'm not into Christianity, I'll just leave it here, but at that time I just loved the bracelet, so I bought the bracelet. I returned back home and was very happy with this bracelet and so on, but then it kind of vanished and I don't remember taking it off. I never take my jewelry off. I never do that before sleep, you know. It kind of vanished and I was like, that's weird. I tried to look at it, I tried to find it everywhere. It just disappeared until one day I was trying to find something in my room, and my room, there was a couch, a very big couch that was very heavy. I couldn't even move it. I could hardly ever move it. So, and behind that couch there was a closet with some hold on. Да блин. Да боже мой. How to switch the language? I rarely use Mac. I'm sorry. With shelves. There was a closet with shelves. And there were like 7 shelves there. So if I even needed to put something on a shelf there, I would use the higher ones because I couldn't even move to the ones that were behind the couch, you know. So there is the couch, there was the closet with these shelves. So I would of course put my stuff over there and not there. So I needed to find something in that closet for the very first time in my life, you know. So I dragged the couch. It was very hard. I've never done that before. And what do I see? My bracelet just curled like that. It wasn't thrown like that. No, it was just put there specifically on the lowest shelf. I didn't put it there. And even if I don't know, threw it in my sleep and so on, how would it end up on a shelf? I didn't put it there. And again, it wasn't like thrown off. I didn't throw it. It was peacefully laying there. Like someone put it there that way, you know? So that was very interesting. Because at these apartments where I used to live when I was a child, I lived there from the age, oh my god, I have one more story to tell you about these apartments. So I used to live there from the age 11 to the age 17. Then we moved to another place, and these apartments were crazy because there lived a woman who passed away, and all of her stuff was there. Not clothes, nothing like that, but just some personal stuff, you know, her paintings, her maybe glasses and so on. It was in my room. Okay? And the person who our landlord, we think that he just couldn't live with this pain of living there and so on, and he quickly kind of decided to put it not on sale but to rent these apartments, because it was probably very hard for him, because again, her stuff, it was there. And I moved there. I moved out when I was 17, 3 days ago. I dreamt, I had a dream that I not only moved back there, not only moved there back, but also purchased these apartments. In the summer, I remember being there and feeling that I purchased these apartments. I woke up at 6 a.m. for no reason. I texted my mom about it. And she said that she just saw these apartments be on sale on a site 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes before I texted her about it. I don't dream about my past apartments, you know, for no reason. And this coincidence is it's weird, you know. Just I dreamt of buying them and they go on sale. By the way, the price was great. If I had this money, I would buy it. But no, it's unbearable, absolutely unbearable to buy them right now, you know. But great apartments, great price, also great price. So I hope that these apartments will find the right person, because I know the shit that's living there, you know. I know there are some funny things. There were some funny things happening to me. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would see a white cat on my bed. We didn't have a cat. And then my mom said that the previous owners, they used to have a cat. But she said that they had a gray cat. I saw a white cat. But maybe, you know, and she's been funny to live there. Just funny, you know. Sometimes weird stuff, and it will happen to my mom too. I remember falling asleep and just feeling like a cat jumped on me. I was like, what the fuck? and I woke up immediately. No, I was falling asleep, and then I felt like something just jumped on my leg, on my hip. I was so scared. I got so scared. So, when someone asks me, do you believe in witches? I am a witch. But I don't do all of these bad things. I don't curse people. No, I honestly, I don't care. I could not even bother to do something like that. Especially for someone else. Oh no, thank you. You cannot pay me money and to ask me to do that, because I will not do it. I don't interfere with the course of things going, you know. That's not what I believe in. That's no love magic. No, thank you so much. I'm not sure how to name it, but when someone attaches a person with magic, no, I do not believe in it. I think that people who do that need therapy, a lot of therapy, and they need to work with their insecurities and work on themselves, because why do you care if another person doesn't like you and so on? Why do you care so much when a person doesn't like you that you have to go to an Etsy and pay $25 to a witch off of Etsy to get your man back? Like, who cares? The sun is shining the same for everyone, but you still go back to your ex. Can't relate. No, thank you. I just hope that I won't flash it, you know. This is a dangerous situation. This is a very dangerous situation. So yeah, I don't love it. I don't respect the people who do that. I only would do magic on myself, but doing it on another person, no, thank you so much. I can do the return back to sender, but most of the time it's just the power of your how to say it. You don't need the same spell written said like it's written exactly how it's written to kind of set the intention. It's all about the intention, you know. You don't need to repeat the same stuff all no, sorry, I'll stop explaining it. This is too hard to explain. But I did return back to sender. I have holy water here, but do I believe in it? No. But did it help me? Yes. And actually today I was drinking this bottle of holy water in my sleep. That's very weird, because I don't do that, you know. I don't understand what they wanted to tell me with showing me that bottle of holy water, you know. And why did I drink it in my sleep? That's another question, because I accidentally dreamt of the same dream. I was in the same dream with another person at the same time, so we were both sleeping and we were in the same dream. I think that that was kind of astral travel and so on, because again, we had this dream on the same day. We had the same details and so on. We were in the same bus in that dream, so I believe in that. And again, I sometimes have the dreams about different people. Sometimes I deliver this message, sometimes I decide to keep it to myself. And again, the thing that happened yesterday, If you are just watching this live stream, I kind of predicted a pregnancy. I've known about this future pregnancy, and yesterday I heard from my friend that he's actually expecting a baby. So I didn't tell him about it. I think I was supposed to warn him about it, like, if this is not what you want to happen, please do all of these things, but the fact that I knew about it makes me think about these things not being accidental. Sometimes I do believe that they can be, I don't think that everything is kind of planned for us. Yes, I do think that we live in a matrix, but I don't think that everything is kind of written and your every step is written. No, if you are into gematria, if you are not, you should be. Please look it up, because let's say I have some interesting coincidences happening there. For example, I knew about Trump winning the presidency just because of gematria, just because of it. I knew it because I don't remember the year, but I put the date of the voting in gematria, and I saw the year there. I googled what happened in that year in America, and that exact year was, again, there was this presidential thing happening. Hold on, I will explain. I will translate it, because that's embarrassing that I don't know how to say it. Президентские выборы. The election, oh my god. And in that same year there was an election happening in America, and the Red Party won. So unfortunately I knew about it too. Look it up, look up gematria and how to do it. Do the math yourself, don't believe the calculators and so on, because sometimes they are not right. But I have some funny things in my gematria too. If you want to look your name in gematria, you have to state your full last name. There are some things that you need to be there are some rules, Why pay for a man that don't want you? I don't know. I'm very sorry, Itoyepsi, for not reading your comment. I actually just got hyper focused on the screen. Sorry. Parker Woodley, did I miss the spooky stories? Well, there are still some of them. Maybe just if I again, my brain, my ADHD brain, it's like this way, so I will probably remember 2 more, I don't know, but the spookiest, we've already passed them, because yeah, there was some weird stuff going on. But if you want to listen to the spookiest one, I'm just talking about everything weird, mystical and so on, magical and spooky. But at the beginning of the stream, there was some stuff happening. Oh my god, yeah, you need to look at it, because there was some things going on. There were some things going on with this thing. I got genuinely scared. I got very scared. I'm not joking. I got scared. The chat was scared. So it was pretty, interesting because again, I've been streaming this way for a pretty long time and nothing like that ever happened before. Maybe someone connected to my, it's a speaker actually too, so maybe someone connected to my speaker, but this whole thing, it was very weird. I've experienced some weird things that I've never experienced before. I've had this light for almost 2 years. I've never seen something like that happen. So yeah, it's funny. It's just weird that these things happen when I'm talking about these same things, you know? It's like them kind of, hello, we're still here. We hear you, don't talk about us. And there was the time when the craziest things were happening here because of just me being together, just me being here, because everyone left. I was alone with one cat, so that was kind of the place for the spirits to just reveal themselves, especially at night, because I started hearing the craziest voices and so on. Maybe someone walking. When I moved here, when I just moved here, we have a thing here, by the way. It's an old belief that there is a small creature that lives in a house and he is kind of the house owner, you know. Some legends, in some cultures, there is a soul of the house. We believe in a different thing. We believe in a small creature that kind of just hangs here and so on and can do some weird things, steal your clothes, I don't know, steal your whatever, if it's in the mood for that, if you are not cleaning or something like that, if you are just behaving badly and so on. So we believe in that. And on top of that, I again live in a very old apartments where a lot of people have passed away. I forgot what I was gonna say. Where I was going with this. Oh, yeah. When I just moved here, I've been hearing the footsteps in my room here happening for the first 2 months. I remember it clearly. These were like footsteps on I have a wooden floor, so it was quick. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I would hear these steps, not only the wood squeaking, but also the steps, and it would happen I have one more spooky story to tell you about the previous apartments. Hold on a second. I will switch the music because this is too happy music. So it would happen for the very first 2-3 months, and then it would just go away. Maybe that's kind of like this creature's way of, I don't know, meeting me or something like that. But I've had this experience on every single apartments where I lived in. So it usually happens like that with me. But I have the craziest story about my guitar. Of my guitar actually playing by itself. I'm not crazy, it actually happened. So, you remember I was talking about the apartments where I lived from the age of 11 to 17? Let me tell you all this story. So, I was 12 and I had my separate room and I had a very big couch. And if in front of my couch there was an old TV, I would not turn it on, but for some reason that day I was watching the TV and I lowered the volume to almost to the point when it was all like almost muted. So the volume was very low. I just decided to keep it on because my grandma, she always goes to sleep with TV, and that's how she falls asleep. I was like, maybe this will happen, or maybe this will help me. So I decided to keep the TV on for the very first time, you know. Then I wake up and I hear very weird music. And again, there's my couch. In front of my couch, there was that old TV, and to the left, there was a chair, a very big chair. It's not even a chair. Hold on. It's like a recliner, you know. So a very big recliner where my guitar was. I left my guitar in that recliner. So I wake up for some reason. It's the middle of the night. The TV is on. I woke up for no reason, but I hear this weird music, like very weird music. It's not the character of this music is very scary. I don't like it. It doesn't sound melodical, but you know, okay, fine. But then I'm like, no, it's the music from the show that is playing on the TV. But then I started waking up even more. And by the way, I have a terrible eyesight. I wear contacts all the time. And at that time, I used to wear glasses. So I didn't have contacts and so on. So at this point, it's the middle of the night. I see nothing. Like my eyesight is -6.5. Like without glasses or contacts, this is how much I am able to see. Like this much. It's not much at all. So everything past this point is blurry to me. So I started waking up even more. And then I was like, wait, this music doesn't it doesn't work for this TV show because it's just a regular TV show. And I was like, that's weird. I opened my eyes and I was like, hold on. The level of the volume is different. This music is much louder than the TV. And then I sit like this and I start really listening to what I'm hearing. That was my guitar that was in a recliner. As soon as I figured it out, I didn't jump. I flew to my mom's room. I started yelling that my guitar is playing by itself, and as soon as I got to my mom's room, the guitar stopped playing. So, what I actually understood from that whole situation. First of all, if something was playing on my guitar, and something was playing on my guitar because it was right in front of me, you know, and it was a guitar. Some people say that you were dreaming about it. No, I woke up from it. I wasn't dreaming. I woke up. It wasn't like I'm sleeping, I hear it, and then I jump and go to my room. No, I sat. I was listening to that music, and then I understood that it was my guitar, and then I jumped to my room, you know, my mom's room. So the first thing is that something was playing on my guitar. Second thing, that something was just in 2 meters away from me. The third thing that I understood is that the strings weren't opened, which means that something was holding the strings. There was a melody, there was a pattern, but it wasn't a nice melody. It was a scary melody that would go over and over and over and over. it was like a pattern that somebody kind of was repeating. So something was holding the strings, not just play on open strings. No, somebody was holding the grip, the guitar. How it is it? I'm not sure if what is called in English. Somebody was pulling the strings. This has never happened ever after. I hope that it will never happen. Don't do this to me. But now I hold my guitar in a case. So that wasn't scary. That was horrible. Was the guitar playing a melody or just a few notes? Okay. Yeah, it was a melody, but it consisted of several notes. This is so even scary to remember. And also one more scary story. I don't think that you've heard it before. Well, I told it on the last stream, but it's just a weird coincidence, I would say. So I was in a car crash. It was on the 2nd of February in 2022, which means that it was 2/2/22, the mirrored date, And I actually believe in quantum immortality, and I think that something has probably happened to me in one reality, so I kind of jumped to a reality where I was saved because I was in a car crash on that date, and I was with my friend. So it was in Moscow. I went to Moscow to visit my friend, and he lived in a countryside at that time. He lived in a house, and we just walked out from the subway station, and we decided to call an Uber because yes, we could go by our feet, but it was not the nicest weather. It was February again, but it was just an annoying weather when something is when everything is melting, then it's frozen and then it's melting again. So it was just an annoying weather. We decided to call an Uber. So we get in the Uber, and there was how to say it, like the road wasn't straight. It would go like this, which means that we couldn't go on a high speed. Like it was not possible for us to go to drive very fast. We were driving very slowly. So I was on a back seat. My friend was in the front seat. Of course I didn't have a belt. So we are driving, and out of nowhere I started feeling this anxiety, just for no reason. I started panicking and more, and I was like, why am I feeling this? What is happening right now? Why am I feeling this? Why is my anxiety just through the roof? And it rises up, and then bam, our car drove into again, I was struggling with this word the last time. It was a ditch. We accidentally drove in a ditch, and our car did this. So it was a bam, and then I was like, oh, that's why. So I knew about something happening very soon. I started panicking. My anxiety was through the roof. And then I heard the driver started cussing, and then bam, our left wheels were in a ditch, and we just did this thing. Thank God my reaction is sometimes very fast when I need it to be very fast. and I was able to put my hand on a window so I don't, you know what I mean. So everything was fine. We were fine. I had just one bruise on my leg. We were fine. I didn't kick my head or something like that. But I believe that because of the fact that I was feeling this anxiety and I knew that something would happen, but again, it had nothing to do with the driver. I was fine. My friend was fine. It happened out of nowhere. My friend was talking about cooking or something like that with the driver. Everything was fine. We weren't concerned about his driving skills and so on, or about the speed, because the speed was just fine. Again, there was this kind of road. It's not like in St. Petersburg. It's like this. It's, yeah, by the way, the roads in St. Petersburg are always like this. That's why even if you see the pictures from the drones, it's built like this. That's why we have a very strong wind here, because it's so easy for the wind to go through the crossroads, It's just a very big crossroad here. Unlikely it is in Moscow. So, it was just a countryside road, nothing crazy. And we were driving very slow. So, yeah, I definitely knew about this thing happening to me, but it was very, very weird. I think that's it for today, my dear guys. But please, I am begging you, if you want to hear more spooky stuff, please listen to the beginning of the stream, because this is crazy. And there was some weird shit going on with this light. It's the proof I didn't touch this light. There was some stuff happening with this thing that I've never experienced before. Never. I've had this light for over 2 years. That was scary. See, guys that are watching this live stream right now, see the comment from Brian. It was very scary. So if you are into the scary and so on, please look at the beginning of the stream, and maybe it was somewhere in the middle of the stream, but please, I will post, I think I will post it, because that's too great not to post it, and to get some feelings and comments, but I was genuinely very, very scared, because yeah, it's all fun and jokes, but when it actually happens to you, it's scary. And yes, by the way, if you know how scary it was and you want to support my mental health and my bills, because these bills come religiously, if you liked one of these spooky stories, and if you just want to support me, I will be very happy if you would do that. There's of course the donation link in the description for this channel. I don't think that I will continue doing these streams very what is it called, very not fast, very, anyways, it doesn't matter. So yeah, there's of course the donation link if you liked one of these stories, and if you will watch the stream after, you can still send the donation. But that was it, guys. Thank you so much. That's everything that I can remember right now. And again, please rewatch this stream, because it's crazy. It was really crazy. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Maybe I will 2255 on a timer. Maybe I will stream one more time during the week. I mean, in the daytime, because I know that some of us, we have really weird time zones and so on, because it's 10, it's almost 11 p.m. Here, but for someone that wants to watch this stream, it's just like 10 a.m., you know. So I wouldn't watch anyone's stream on 10 a.m., you know, guys, what I mean. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I will think about more spooky stories from my life, because my life is just one spooky story in itself, you know. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching, and of course the donation link is in the description for this account. Thank you so much, and bye bye. Have a great day, have a good weekend, have a great night, and so on.